Ladies and gentlemen, at this time you may rise to your feet. De pie, por favor, para recibir a la novia. At this time as we receive the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated at this time. Podrán tomar sus asientos en este momento. On behalf of the bride and the groom, of Diego and Madison, we recognize the beauty in this moment. Your very presence here as family and guests not only heightens the beauty of this moment, but it also completes it. Su presencia aquí como familia no solamente embellecen este momento, pero también lo completan. You're indeed participating in one of the happiest moments of their lives. And in recognition here and now for Diego and Madison, your very presence as family and honored guests here and now brings this moment together. You're not just witnesses, but you are now joining as participants in the journey of their life. No solamente como participantes, pero también unido con ellos en este camino de la vida. We recognize here in this moment, throughout time and tradition, por tiempo y como tradición, it is always the distinct honor, siempre ha sido un honor distinguido for someone to present the bride in marriage, para alguien presentar a la novia en matrimonio. Who gives this woman to be married to this man? You may hug one another at this time. As you join each other, let's give it up for the bride and the groom. Come on, yes! Well, that's it. Now you just hang on and enjoy the ride. As we come together, we see two people whose spirits have already been entwined as one. In fact, for those of you who know Diego and Madison, you can attest to the love and the blended hopes that they both share between one another. We recognize that it is only appropriate, such as this wedding celebration, that we can be able to express the magnitude of what's coming together this moment. And such, this is that demonstration of their love. This is also the picture between Diego and Madison that they will profess between their family and their friends. Also to the emphasis of walking forward in life. It's the beginning of this journey. This moment here and now, I begin with your vows of intent. As you make this declaration here publicly, Diego, as you look into your bride's eyes, knowing of this woman's love for you and returning it, realizing her strengths and learning from them, recognizing weaknesses and even accepting them, do you take Madison to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
And in the same manner, knowing of this man's love for you and returning it, realizing his strengths and learning from them, recognizing his weaknesses and accepting them, do you take Diego to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Well, in this moment, we also recognize that I would like to express just gratitude to family here. Specifically, would Diego's parents and siblings please rise to their feet at this time? This moment is a moment here and now where I ask as a declaration, do you sanction this marriage with your blessing and receive Madison with love as a member of your family? You may be seated at this time. And in the same manner, would Madison's parents please rise to their feet and siblings as well? And in the same manner, asking that same question, do you sanction this marriage with your blessing and receive Diego with love as one of your own into your own family? Come on. Let's give it up for the parents. We got that settled. That's settled. You may be seated at this time. Now, before we had talked about what was going to be said during the ceremony, I gave the couple a little bit of a homework assignment and asked them, tell me why you love one another. It was kind of like a test of sorts. Let me just tell you, I'm not going to, actually, you know what, I'm not going to say who turned it in early, who turned it in late, who asked for extra credit. We're just going to leave it at that. I'm going to let you hear these words straight from their heart. Actually, they're read aloud for the first time because they haven't heard what they have written to one another as well. So we get to enjoy this moment. From Diego to Madison, I love Maddie because she lives life with an amazing amount of joy, passion, and happiness. I love that she's the most selfless, genuine person I know, and that she always looks for the positives in life. I love how driven she is in everything that she does, and I love how she always brings out the best in me, no matter the circumstances. I love the way that she always looks to make me smile when I'm having a rough day, or makes me laugh when I'm in one of my moods. We seem to know the moods. That's good. They know you. They love you. I love her because she is my rock, my better half, my confidant. I love that I can't wait to continue this crazy journey in life and to grow old with her. I fell for what a truly beautiful person that she is, and that I am so lucky that I get to call her my wife for the rest of my life. With all my heart, I love you, Maddie. Come on. Wow. Beautiful words. We're not judging by applause either, so it's like a meter here. Why do I love Diego? When I was looking for the person to share and spend my life with, I looked for how they made me feel. Diego makes me feel joy that I can hold on to even when I'm not with him. He makes me feel strong and able to do anything I set my mind to. He makes me feel beautiful, as if I was the only woman meant for him. These are just a few in a long list of things that made me realize I could love him. But the thing that made me fall in love with him was not how he made me feel, but how he makes others feel. The way he hugs and holds his family every time we see them, like he hasn't seen them in 12 years. Come on. The way he makes his friends laugh until they cry and supports them in life's victories. The way he makes my family feel welcome and loved as if they were his own. And for the moments like these, along with so many others, I've watched from the sidelines for the past 8 years, feeling so blessed and honored that I get to share Diego with the world and call him my boyfriend, my fiance, and now my husband. Let's give it up for the bride, come on. If this was based on applause, she won, okay? Let's just, it's better to enter in marriage like that. She is always winning, that's it. At this time, we are going to do some symbolic ceremonies, representative of both families. And these ceremonies are pictures of their history in their own lives, but now something that they get to be able to bring into their own future. I'd like to mention a bit of what those symbols are. To symbolize this bond and blessing of marriage and family, Diego and Madison will perform their family's traditions as their parents did during their weddings with the arras coin ceremony and the placing of the mantilla. We begin with the Perez de la Vega family tradition, the arras coin ceremony. Will Diego's aunt Vanessa and Madison's uncle and godfather Steve please join the couple here at this time? Now, before these coins are exchanged in this moment, I'd like to demonstrate a few words. As Diego and Madison are going to exchange these coins, these are moments as an exchange happening in their family. At this time, you may place the coins into their hands. That's okay. That's the mic. I'll stay next to you. That's the mic. As they face one another, we recognize that this is the symbol. As they exchange these coins, they're going to repeat these words after me. Diego and Madison share these words to one another as you look into each other's eyes. All that I have is yours.
All that I have is yours.
And all that you have is mine.
And all that you have is mine.
Thank you, Vanessa and Steve. As you join hands once again, we recognize the additional symbolic ceremony representative here of their marriage in this moment. And that picture is found for the Fernandez family tradition. We will perform the placing of the mantilla. Will Diego's aunt, Emita, and Madison's aunt and grandmother, Myra, please join the couple here for this ceremony? At this time, Emita, please place the mantilla on Diego's shoulders, and Myra, please place the mantilla over Madison's head. We'll take a pause to hear some words as a history of their own families. 34 years ago, Tracy and Diego Fernandez knelt together as the mantilla was draped over them as a symbol of their commitment to love and to care for each other in all of life's joys and challenges. Today, their daughter Madison approaches this same sacred time, and in this moment, as she and Diego are pledging their enduring love for each other in the sight of this beautiful family and friends and community. The mantilla placed over Diego's shoulders by his aunt Emita symbolizes his pledge to always care for and protect Madison. And similarly, the section here of the mantilla, which Madison's aunt Myra placed over her head and shoulders, symbolizes that in her love, she gives herself totally to Diego, as she's promised to care and protect him. With these promises, Madison and Diego begin their life together, sure of the strengths that they've shared and pledged to one another, of their love and commitment. And may God bless them with many years to come together to live out that commitment as one. May you join me in a moment of silence as we pray here and now over this beautiful couple, for Madison and Diego, for them to come together, begin their marriage, and also see that they will find the bond together by that love for one another. Will you join us in that moment of silence at this time? Thank you for joining that word of prayer. At this moment, may I please have a family have a seat at this time. Thank you, Emita and Myra. You may be seated. As this moment, as you join hands once again, Diego and Madison, you are now taking into each other the care of keeping the happiness of the one person whom you love the most. And in recognition, you are also agreeing to share each other's strengths and responsibilities to love one another. As husband, Diego, you're committed to be able to make this relationship to be filled as not just a love, but a friendship. And then also, Madison, as your contribution as each other's confidant, as one another's lover, listener, teacher, guide, and protector. As this in your relationship, it will grow every facet of your life. Your happiness will be fuller, your memories will be fresher, and here in this moment, this is the greatest commitment, but also the greatest challenge. So I encourage you both that as this is your blessing in this marriage, be mindful of this, to make every effort to preserve each other's love, for one another, demonstrating patience and holding each other gently. And by that, you are lifting one another up. And this will go a long way in guaranteeing a long and happy life together. Now, at this moment, as the bride and the groom seal this demonstration of these symbols, before Diego and Madison exchange their rings, they've asked the bridal party that's gathered here today with them to participate in what is known as the warming of the ring ceremony. And if you're unfamiliar with what that symbol represents, it's taking a moment and an opportunity to wish blessings and health and happiness to the bride and the groom as they wear these rings on their fingers. And as these rings are passed, they are held for that one moment, for that love and that blessing to be shared. And when they're returned, these rings are going to contain that blessing for their life, that love and pledge to support each other in their marriage. May I please have the bridal party please stand up. You may begin warming the rings. At this time, you may be seated. These rings represent the symbol as they are, yes, precious metals and beautiful jewels, but it is beyond that. It is that circular picture of an unbroken love that's demonstrated between one another. For that love that is freely given has no beginning and no end. May these rings always be a reminder that as this relationship stands, your love never ends. Diego and Madison, as you both prepare to pledge your vows to each other, you will make this commitment. Let this be that reminder of the vows that are even more sacred. No other word is more tender than the commitments that you're sharing here this day than these that you are about to assume. And may these vows only be broken by death. And may you both live a long and happy life together as a symbol of your union, as you are going to now exchange these rings as you look into one another's eyes and repeat these words after me. Diego, as you take this ring, and as you place this ring on your bride's finger, repeat these words as you look into her eyes after me. I, Diego,
take you, Madison,
as my friend and my love, beside me and apart from me, in laughter and in tears, in conflict and tranquility, asking that you be no other than yourself, loving what I know of you, trusting what I do not know, and all the ways that life may lead us. You may place that ring on her finger. And in the same manner, as you turn his hand, as you take this ring, place this ring on Diego's finger. Madison, repeat these words after me. I, Madison, take you, Diego, as my friend and my love, beside me and apart from me, in laughter and in tears, in conflict and tranquility, asking that you be no other than yourself, loving what I know of you, trusting what I do not know, in all the ways that life may lead us. You may place this ring on his finger at this time. As you join hands once again, For as much as the bride and the groom have consented to wed one another, have consecrated this wedding celebration by the giving and the receiving of wedding rings, han consagrado esta ceremonia con la entrega de los anillos, it is with great honor and privilege, con un gran privilegio, that I have here and now under the laws of the beautiful state of Florida, debajo de las leyes del estado de la Florida, to pronounce you, los presento y los anuncio, pronuncio hombre y mujer. Come on, my friend, kiss your bride. Okay, rise to your feet, de pie, por favor. Let's give it up for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Perez.